presentation is a presentation by the Humanity Project, and I believe it's Mr. Burrell that's presenting.
Thanks for having me today. I'm not into poli-tricks, and people going hungry or sleeping out on our streets. It's not a game, and it's not funny to me. I don't need to stand up here and tell you what we've already done or what we continue to do for our community, as you already know. I really don't know why I'm here. I'm here to ask again, with staff recommendation, if you'll give us a loan for $200,000 and a $25,000 grant for 10 years to pay back that loan. But honestly, I feel like I'm having deja vu, or I'm just repeating myself. Last time we were here, you gave us a list of conditions with a short time frame to get them done, and when we completed everything on time, you then asked for more information, which some of it isn't even stuff that you would ask of another organization. But we bent over backwards, we completed this stuff, and then you came back with more stuff asking to be done and changing the conditions again on us. One of the conditions we want removed is the city's stance on being first on the mortgage, because no bank in the world is going to give us a commercial mortgage with the city being first on the mortgage. And there's no reason really why you should be first on the mortgage, because at the end of the day, the building will not belong to the city of Moncton. It will belong to the people of Moncton. We are a community of people working together, and putting yourselves first on the mortgage was a political decision, and it was setting us up for failure right from the start. It was only when a lawyer on our behalf contacted the city lawyer about this that we even had a response from the city on this issue, which was on February 1st, and it basically said that now we can go to the bank and talk to them about a mortgage, and if they approve it, then we can come back and see you about having you removed as being first on the mortgage. I also understand that there's two other options on the table. One of the options is a $25,000 grant for 10 years, as long as we keep our Feed the Community initiative in place, regardless if we're in our current building or another building. And the other option is to take a $25,000 grant for 10 years, disperse monthly payments until we find a suitable location, and then whatever's left over, we'll get a lump sum to purchase that building. So today I'm here. I want the city's stance to be removed on being first on the mortgage. I also want a yes or no on all three of the options I gave, so that when we go to the bank, we can pick whichever option best suits our organization and the people of this community, and then we can let you know which one we want to take. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. And I'm not going to stand up here and beg you to help your community and those that would suffer without our services. It's not rocket science that there's something going on here that's clearly just not right. To all of you on City Council and City staff that support our initiatives, I thank you on behalf of myself, our volunteers, the people we serve, and your community. Your hard work and your dedication and your open mind to create change that benefits us all as a society will not go unnoticed, and I thank you. To all of you that stand against us in your community, then you don't have to worry about us making you look bad, because you're just going to do that to yourself. If you still don't understand the issues surrounding poverty in our community and the progress that has been made, then I'm done wasting my time, because we can't explain it to you in simpler terms than what we already have. Because this is a 3-level deal, and we can't even go to the province or the feds with a proposal until we have a commitment from our city. So the ball's in your court. Just let me know what you want to do, and we'll come up with a plan on what we're going to do from here on out. But let's all be clear on one thing. We will not fail, because we are a community working together. And I believe in my community, and I believe in the people that we serve in our community. And we have declared war on poverty, and you all need to decide which side you stand on. So I'm done. If anybody has any questions, just let me know.
Thank you very much, Mr. Burrell. Do we have any questions? I'm wondering if staff might like to respond. I know that staff has spent many hours working with you and your team to come up with something, because I think I speak on behalf of all of council when I say that our goal is to ensure that you can continue to provide this important service to our community. in a responsible and sustainable way. And I know that staff has worked extremely hard. So perhaps, Madame Dallaire, you would like to perhaps give us some information?
Sure, happy to, Your Worship and members of council. As you are probably aware, Kayla Breelove Carter has been our point person working with the Humanity Project. Kayla has also had the collaboration of a number of other departments within the city. The finance department, the building inspection department, the fire department, facilities, and I'm probably missing one or two others. For the purpose of reviewing and providing an analysis on all of the conditions that were laid out in Council's motion. There are a number of them that deal with the financial situation, the ability to secure the loan. As Mr. Burrell just explained, there's one of the conditions required that the city have the property and the building secured with the mortgage, so that there was an opportunity to have some security for the $200,000 that was being loaned. I think just for the purpose of anybody who's not familiar with it, those conditions really were provided for by council to identify a $200,000 loan for the Humanity Project, which would be paid back through an annual grant of $25,000 over a 10-year period. So that would provide for both the loan and the interest on that loan. The conditions were many. There are conditions that relate to the acquisition of the building and the land, obtaining all necessary building and fire permissions to ensure safe occupancy of the building. There have been a number of others that relate to the loan being secured by third parties, reviewing the financial situation of the organization. I guess the bottom line in working with the Humanity Project is really to ensure that the $200,000 that's being proposed as a loan to the organization is being done with all the due diligence that would be expected of us as a municipality. So we're going through that process now, and we hope to be able to bring forward a report to council within the next week.
Well, thank you very much for that. I don't see any other questions. I thank you very much for your time and for being here tonight. Thank you.
Thank you.
On the same topic, we also have a request from Andre Thériault to come forward. Can Mr. Thériault that?
Mrs. Mayor, friends, I had prepared an about a 17-minute speech, and I was just told at the door that it cannot be done. It's 5 minutes limit. So I will just condense that in saying that it had dawned on me, and that's a little joke now. It had dawned on me that the city now has a man who I'm surprised to see. Not that I don't trust the human race anymore at my age, but I find a lot of people say, if I was me, I would do this, and I would do this, and I would do that, and people talk and don't do anything. This man is a doer, and I find him dangerously a doer. He really goes ahead and he punches, and he's doing what he believes. He's an idealist who thinks that he can solve the problem of poverty, which I believe cannot be done. But he believes it, and if he believes it for Moncton, which is limited, I think that with the help that you guys can give him the okay, I think he'll do it. Because I've been watching him sort of like on the humanitarian level, and he's every day making meals, making this, helping people, giving clothes, giving money, he's a giver. And he's got all kinds of people behind him working very hard on a daily basis. And I think you should just not play little games with him, just say, you've got the project because you're a doer. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Thériault. Councillor Butler.
Thank you, Your Worship. I always appreciate seeing you coming and looking after the poor and the needy and the hungry, for sure. You know, I just I was talking to somebody today, and I explained to them that I went from Saturday evening till Tuesday without any power, and I didn't feel like I could complain because sitting on the poverty committee as I do, I know there's lots of people out there that all winter long feel that cold and hunger. So I congratulate each one of you for your vision. You know, how we get to that vision, I'm not sure. But I can say is that from my heart, I really don't want to see anybody go cold or to go hungry. So, you know, we'll work on it. Let's work together. Let's not try to, that there's a divide here. If there's a misunderstanding or something, still let's make sure that we, you know, bear down and work hard and you know, accomplish the number one thing is that we don't want anybody to go hungry. So let's work on that. Thank you very much, Your Worship.
Thank you, Councillor Butler.